Let's welcome Aparna Karthikeyan, an independent journalist, author, storyteller, known for documenting the lives and livelihoods of rural Tamil Nadu. Through her book 9 Rupees an Hour, she has beautifully captured the struggles and strength of people at heart of India. Her children's books too, Kali Went for Dance, Oof, Adventures by Sea, reflect her empathy and love for authentic storytelling. Her works teaches books not only needs creativity but also responsibility. Please, ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me today. I am a very reluctant speaker. I'm much happier, writing and but I will be happy to share a few things with you. Since today's, the Antonym collection, it was so wonderful to hear about all the work that, is happening there. It was lovely to have a whole, visual documentation of it screened for us. So what is it to engage with a different language, with a different people? Like, we are all one, but we're also different in our own, little ways. So does language dictate how we think? And is it the landscape? Is it the political, the social, the ecological landscapes that dictate, how we think and how we experience it in English? So how does it, translate into experiencing it in a common language for us? Are there erasures while we do this? And are there additions? Is there anything that is in Tamil we say இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஒரு நல்லா பண்ணி மேன்மைப்படுத்துறது அந்த மாதிரி வந்து இங்கிலீஷ்ல does it happen when we write it in English? So can a thought, a story exist in an entire truth in more than one language? That is something that I've always wondered, and I think the answer is yes. But before we go into that, what is the art of writing itself? What is the role of a writer, in going beyond just, storytelling? What is the work of a writer? I would just like to share 3 thoughts. The writer is a witness. So, when we are, we have different benchmarks for what it is to be a writer, right? I think we were just talking even before this. Is it just the sales? Is it, the visibility? Is it social media visibility? Is this the generation of controversies which now seems to add so much to book sales? Is it all of that, or is it, something beyond that, right? Most of all, I believe the writer is a witness of the time and space that they live in. I think the other day when Kavitha was in conversation with writer Imayam, she drew him out about one of the things that he so beautifully said is how he documents the lives of the people that he sees around him, the situations that he sees around him. There are, so that is one of the direct things that a writer does, is that, they kind of give us a snapshot of the contemporary society that they live in. And that immediately leads on to another thing. The writer is a moral compass. I think in today's India, there can be nothing more important than a writer as a moral compass, right? They are going to tell us what is right and what is wrong is a very facile, very, easy, lazy way of kind of, dismissing what they are really about. It goes much beyond that. How does a society react to a situation that is recorded in history by a writer? I think that is a very important role that a writer does, and I think in fiction, even more than in reportage. Again, I think, Kavitha will agree with me on that. Both of us do reporting, but, Kavitha is also a very exceptional translator of a lot of fiction. So in that, I think, when it doesn't have the subjectivity of reportage, but if you want something that's very, very truthful, striking at the heart of society, I think that is fiction. So it is wonderful to see that, so much of fiction is being translated across languages here. And the last point is writer is a soothsayer, right? Somebody who connects the past with the future. Again, I'm going back to Imayam and Kavitha again, about Valka Valka. When he has written about the Karur tragedy that just happened in Tamil Nadu, he has written it already, right? About some incident that happened in the past, but then he's also going to foretell what is going to happen in the future. So the power of literature is like, I think, it is connecting the past exploitations and predicting the future ones that are going to happen. Also, somebody like Bari Selvaraj and his screenplays, Vazhai, that film, there is no political economy book that can tell you about the history of a banana, the people who are involved in the labor of a banana, as Bari Selvaraj's movie Vazhai. So what all these writers have managed to capture is, a witness, They have been a moral compass, and they have predicted what will happen, the way society is. So what happens when somebody is translating all of this into a different language? When a translator brings in their own lived experience, in addition to what the writer has already put in, magic happens on the page, right? I think that is the magic that always happens when you read a translated work. It is what the writer has said, but it is so much more because the translator has breathed in a very new life into it in a very different language. I think it is doubly enriched, and it is an extremely difficult task. In Tamil, we can use words like kutti, we can use words like sinna, okay? In English, if I reduce it to small, I'm losing it, because one has a very different emotion, one has a very different emotion. But a language like English does not always lend us to all the emotions that our languages have, right? So how do we make up for it? That's where I think I would like to describe translators with just one word: magicians. I think very hard-working magicians, because they are like tirelessly working, not only to bring the book in a different language, but also see that they are nowhere seen in it, right? So I think for that, everybody here, we owe them a round of applause. Thank you so much for doing what you do, and to the Antonym collection. Best wishes.
I just wanted to add one thing, that you told me that the essence in translation, the question that comes is whether we are able to keep the essence of the original text, and that is why you need a mentor. We have Sudip Sen, we have Ramaswamy, and we have a residency in outskirts of Kolkata, where I am the experienced designer of that residency, and we call people, they come and stay with us for 6 days, and they learn how to translate. And this is the main thing that you said, kuti. We also have a word called kuti. Kuti means small, but in actual Bengali language we will say choto. Choto is also small. But the difference between kuti and choto is, kuti is something very cute also, and choto is just small. So these are the things that we need to focus, we need to learn, and that is why Antonym is having this mentors and the workshops. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. All your thoughts were beautiful. I just wanted to share one quote here. I have read somewhere, some books are written by pages, and most of them are written by hearts. I think all the content meant it. Next,